the large granite boxes that are in the Serapeum. And I think you measured them personally by hand. You found out that they were almost perfectly square inside and polished. And they were in this long hallway and separated almost like it was horse stables. And they were kind of like depressed down into the floor a little bit too. And people speculate, or the Egyptologists' theory on this is that those were the tombs, right? That's where they put the mummies.
Supposedly,
that's what they say
for an Apis bowl. Yeah, that's the official.
That's the official narrative
for it, yeah.
Right? Okay. Now, what do you think the purpose of those massive granite boxes with perfect precision? What do you think the purpose was for those?
Supposedly,
that's what they say
for an Apis bowl. Yeah, that's the official.
That's the official narrative
for it, yeah.
Right? Okay. Now, what do you think the purpose of those massive granite boxes with perfect precision? What do you think the purpose was for those?
You know what the purpose is, or what my speculated purpose is. It's in my book.
Yeah, but this is a podcast. We need it from the horse's mouth. Can you tell the audience what your speculated purpose is? Or are you going to keep that a secret or make them buy the book? If you want to make them buy the book, that's fair.
No, they don't have to buy the book. I mean, they can go to the library. Eventually, it'll end up in Holster.
Okay.
Oh, they can download a pirated copy from Google or like most people.
So you really don't want to say it?
It's not my theory, so I think.
Whose theory is it?
Eric Wilson.
Eric Wilson.
Yeah.
Is he the aerospace engineer?
Yeah. Yeah. He came up with a brilliant idea. We were down in the tunnels, 2018 or 19. And he came up with the idea that they were used for growing crystals.
The aerospace engineer thinks that the boxes were used to grow crystals.
Right.
How?
Good question. So, when you hear something like that, and it doesn't quite settle right away, I can tell it's not settling with you.
Not at all.
Not at all. You're like...
But
right?
I can guarantee you I'm a lot dumber than him, so...
Yeah, that's a pretty safe guarantee. No offense.
Thanks.
So, yeah, and I thought that was an interesting idea. And I kind of expanded on that in my book. But the other interesting thing is related to manufacturing, right? So you go through the tunnels, and you'll find boxes in different stages of manufacture.
Mm-hmm.
Some are roughed in, like they may have been created like that in a quarry before they were shipped, or they could have been loaded and worked on as they were in transit or something like that. We don't know, but there's one box that's stuck down one of the tunnels that has a rough interior, but it's fairly regular in terms of its orthogonality, squareness. I mean, even though the surfaces are definitely rough, you can see that, it may have maybe a half inch of material to remove to the final finish and dimensions. We don't know. It's just speculating.
This is evidence that those things would have been finished inside.
I was thinking previously that the boxes were finished underground, but they weren't installed in the crypts. Now it seems that they install them in the crypts before they finish them, because you find unfinished boxes inside crypts and semi-finished, right? So
Okay.
you got 3 stages of manufacturing. You got the rough finish, or forge finish, or cast finish, quarried finish. Then rough machining, where material is removed to bring it closer to the final dimensions, and then final finishes where the final accuracy is cut into it.
Mm-hmm. Where it becomes reflective.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
So that's one thing, that finishing those boxes to that precision and then making sure that they stay precise and objective. They seem to be accommodating by doing them in situ.
Right. So going back to the crystals, how would they have grown crystals inside of those boxes, does he speculate? And for what purpose?
He didn't elaborate on that, but I did in my book. But it's where you kind of have to stretch your imagination a little bit.
So were these crystals used for the solid state electron harvester pyramid?
Well, it's hard to say. I would say that there are more futuristic and advanced applications for the process if you can develop it, and that is the crystal growth of rocket engines, jet engines, advanced materials using nanotechnology.
The crystal growth of rocket engines, jet engines, and nanotechnology.
Using nanotechnology.
Using nanotechnology.
Yeah, Drexler talks about what he calls them universal assemblers. These are nano machines, right?
Mm-hmm.
That assemble products one atom at a time. And so basically they are used he said that using this technology in the future, you could grow a rocket engine that would have like 10% of the mass of a current rocket engine.
You could grow it.
Grow it, yeah.
Okay. I have no fundamental baseline idea of where this is even coming from. We're not even talking like quantum computers or anything here. We're on a whole nother limb.
It's on a
whole nother branch.
Level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you look at the boxes in the Serapeum and you're looking on the inside of the boxes, you have the upper part of the box, which is fairly flat, right? On the side of the lid, that's fairly flat. You got, specific dimensions. They may vary a little bit, but essentially, you could look at that assembly, one of the boxes, with a lid on top, as a Cartesian coordinate system.
A Cartesian coordinate system.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, that's where you have a precise location to reference when you are in three-dimensional space.
Okay.
You got your X, Y, and your Z.
Right.
Right? And so if you know where you need to be in that three-dimensional space, and you can reference a precise surface in that three-dimensional space, or three surfaces, then you can figure out where you are in three-dimensional space.
3 surfaces.
Yeah, X, Y, Z. So, but you've got
But that means you would need 6 surfaces, though, right?
you got 5 surfaces to work from. Yeah.
Wouldn't you need top, bottom, left,
Don't need
right,
the
front,
bottom.
back?
Don't need bottom.
Why don't you need the bottom?
Top defines the Z. It's science fiction-y. You know, you could take the book as being a futuristic science fiction look at the future, because one of the things that I do discuss in the book is the validation of the UAPs and these craft that perform amazing miracles of flight.
Yeah, what's more science fiction-y than that?
Yeah, what's more science? But that is real. That's happening in our airspace, right?